Now back to G.I. Joe.
Cobra Commander, he is the enemy. He's the enemy of G.I. Joe.
He's escaping!
He's escaping in the Cobra Claw. Get the new Jaws and get him aboard the Skyhawk.
Introducing Duke, Roadblock, and Spirit.
G.I. Joe, real American hero. G.I. Joe is there.
Cobra Commander got away. But we captured Storm Shadow. Yo, Joe!
G.I. Joe Skyhawk, Joe and Cobra figures and Cobra Claw sold separately from Hasbro.
Man, oh man, have you ever had one of those days? Welcome to Take 11. I thought that by drinking and editing these episodes at the same time, I was doing a service to this country, but it turns out there's a lot of Yo-Jo, there's a lot of Cobra, and there's a lot of maniacal laughter. And let me tell you, in the episodes ahead, it's not getting better for any of us. I don't know which one you chose, but if you're one of those people from one of those states that we talked about in the last episode, get ready. This episode's called The Vines of Evil. This one's for you. And without any further ado, let's get on with the next episode. Oh, please like, share, and subscribe. I wouldn't mind if you did. G.I. Joe away. I'm gonna get so drunk. We now return to the G.I. Joe team in a community theater production of Little Shop of Horrors.
Flint! Get back, you predatory vegetable! Man, am I glad to find a friendly face in this homicidal salad bowl.
Roadblock, something's killing those vines over there.
Sounds like a nice...
Before long, Flint and Roadblock discover Mutt has been fighting the good fight.
Yo, Joe, guys! Junkyard and I turned out the jets from our wrecked Sky Striker. These vines don't like it at all.
So the dog helped, you say? Sure, why not? As the Cobra Temple arises, we are once again dropped into another familiar scenario.
Welcome to the Cobra Arena of Sport!
Gentlemen, I assure you, this will be your last battle.
As the Joes fight against their will, Duke listens in on a conversation that is very far away and on the other side of glass.
And you've chosen our next target for destruction.
Yes, the American capital.
Excellent. They're going to hit Washington, D.C. We've got to get word to Joe headquarters.
Snake Eyes is able to send a coded message back to the Joe base.
It's Snake Eyes. He's using Joe code Ultra. Next target, Cobra Destruction, Washington. Luck, Duke, and Snake.
Our heroes fight off Cobra soldiers for as long as they can, until they are both completely overwhelmed. The evacuation of Washington, D.C. is underway, by foot and not vehicle for some reason. Through absurd sci-fi bullshit, Doc offers up a plan to stop Cobra.
The mirror part's working fine, Doc. Well, I need to shave.
If it works, it'll absorb, reflect, and redirect energy.
You sure about this bit?
No, but don't worry. I'm wearing my asbestos underwear. Now hit it. Now, let's reflect. And redirect.
It works. Doc, you're a genius.
Fantastic!
Never seen that.
If we can get these energy mirrors to Washington in time, we just might give Cobra a taste of its own reptile medicine.
Let's move them out.
With that, the Joes move out for action.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
G.I. Joe Dog Handler, K9. File name, Paramotor, Stanley R. Dog's name, Junkyard. Primary military specialty, Dog Handler. Secondary military specialty, Infantry. Birthplace, Iceland, New Jersey. Grade, SP4. Mutt is a natural with animals. He likes them, and they like him. The problem is that he gets along with dogs better than he does with humans. Graduated Jungle Warfare Training School. Attached as cadre to Special Ops School and advisor to Security and Enforcement Committee. Qualified expert, M16, M14, M1911A1 auto pistol, MAC 11. If you're sitting next to Mutt in the mess hall, don't try filching anything from his tray. He'll bite your leg off. G.I. Joe Heavy Machine Gunner, codename, Roadblock. File name, Hinton Marvin F. Primary military specialty, Infantry Heavy Weapons. Secondary military specialty, Cook. Birthplace, Biloxi, Mississippi. Grade, E4. Roadblock's dream was to be a gourmet chef. He was working as a bouncer to earn money to attend the Chauffier School in France when an army recruiter convinced him that the army could train him. Roadblock joined but found army menus and preparation techniques too appalling. Transferred to infantry. Qualified expert, M2 Browning 50 caliber heavy machine gun. All Warsaw packed heavy machine guns. M16, M1911A1 auto pistol. G.I. Joe Warrant Officer, codename, Flint. File name, Fairborn-L R. Primary military specialty, infantry. Secondary military specialty, demolitions. Birthplace, Wichita, Kansas. Grade, W3. Flint was a Rhodes Scholar and earned his degree in English literature. Bored by the groves of academia, he enlisted in the army and applied the tenacity and concentration he had used so well scholastically to grind his way through airborne school, ranger school, special forces school, and finally, warrant officers flight school, graduating each with top honors. A thorough tactical planner, Flint personally led a half-dozen rescue missions in hostile territories that were never publicized for obvious security reasons.
Now, back to G.I. Joe.
Back in the pit of chaos, our trio of stranded Joes build a makeshift helicopter. Somehow.
I scrounged every bit of fuel from those engines. So when they run dry, we better hit sky, or it is goodbye forever.
Contact.
Hang on, Roadblock. We'll lift it off.
The vines have pulled me down and you with me.
As a last-minute escape is made, Roadblock gets left behind. Bummer. Roadblock fights back, Ed Wood style. Flint and Mutt clear the pit, and don't go back to help him. Bizarre choice.
Halt or I'll fire!
Making an unexpected landing in enemy territory, the Joes acquire the cover they need to survive in the wild. Back at the Cobra Temple, Destro and Cobra Commander disagree, as always.
I protest most strongly, my dear Cobra Commander.
What would you have me do with Washington, Destro? Pepper it with spitballs?
Like the lyrics of a classic Beatles song, with sunlight comes hope for Roadblock.
Hello, sunshine, what is new? Goodbye, snake vines, you are through.
Superb! First, Destro, the tornado! Blast them, Destro!
Cobra Commander unleashes his wrath on Washington, D.C.
How dare you!
Against all odds, the Joe team races to counter him.
Hold down those energy mirrors!
As the tornado becomes a hailstorm, they are forced to dig in.
We've got them! G.I. Joe and Washington are lost!
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
G.I. Joe Covert Operations. Codename Lady J. File name Hart Burnett Allison R. Primary military specialty Intelligence. Secondary military specialty Personnel Clerk. Birthplace Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts. Grade E4. Lady J graduated from Bryn Mawr and did her graduate work at Trinity College in Dublin, where she acquired the faint Gaelic lilt that adorns her speech. An accomplished actress in mind as well as studied linguist, she can easily pass as a native in France, Italy, Poland, Russia, Germany, Afghanistan, Spain, and Portugal. Airborne and Ranger qualified, graduated intelligence school, Fort Halliburton, qualified expert, M16, M1911A1, and reflex crossbow. Lady J doesn't go in for that phony wig and rubber mask brand of disguise like those jokers in Hollywood use. She becomes the subject, body language, subtle gestures, correct shading of dialect, the right look in the eye, cloaked and sandaled. She can squat down with a basket of oranges in a Middle Eastern marketplace and blend in perfectly. G.I. Joe Sailor, codename Shipwreck. File name Delgado Hector X. Primary military specialty Gunner's Mate. Secondary military specialty Mechanist. Place of birth Chula Vista, California. Grade CPO. Shipwreck grew up in the shadow of the Navy, specifically the shadow of the sprawling San Diego Navy Yards. He enlisted at the youngest possible age with his parents' permission and proceeded to serve with distinction in the Mekong Delta, where hand-to-hand fighting with river pirates, smugglers, and insurgents was the order of the day. Put in time at Gitmo and Yokosuka, and was at hand at certain carrier-initiated operations in the Middle East. Graduated Naval Gunnery School, Great Lakes, qualified expert M16, M14, Browning 50 cal machine gun, M1911A1. Shipwreck is your quintessential sailor. He can splice a line, fry powdered eggs in the tooth of a gale and eat them, tell taller tales than a Senate Appropriations Committee, and even take a 3-day liberty in Thule, Greenland, and come back smiling.
Now, back to G.I. Joe.
Let's see if we can find a way to get back to base.
Flint and Mutt enter a seedy bar that is in no way a ripoff of Star Wars.
This place can be a little rough.
I bet the cuisine is fabulous.
Nice bunch of weapons you got.
Just what we've been looking for.
Oh look, they got a dog too. I bet they all become friends.
I said, give us your weapon!
After fending off some local thugs, they meet Han Solo, Shipwreck.
You, don't live around here, do you? Don't be so nervous, I'm not with Cobra.
Then who are you with?
I'm with myself, and anybody who can pay my price.
We can pay you 2,000 now, plus 15 when we reach Alderaan.
17.
The name's Shipwreck.
Why would that interest us?
Because you're not exactly #1 on Cobra's Sweetheart Parade. Now, you want to pay my fee and get out of here? Or hang around and pray for urban renewal?
We were wondering if we could trust you, but Junkyard says you're all right.
Dogs are awesome. End scene. And now back to these bickering assholes.
Destro, use the full force of the laser core to make lightning at once!
It is too dangerous, Commander! There could be dire consequences!
There will be dire consequences for you if you do not obey my orders! The lightning, Destro!
now!
How dare you?
Holy Toledo, Cleveland, and Cincinnati! Here comes the granddaddy of all lightning bolts! Energy mirrors ready!
As Cobra strikes, the Joes stand their ground. Reflecting the energy back to its source, the Joes give the Cobra Temple the bitch slap it had coming.
Speak up, Destro! I want a report of my triumph!
My report is... Look out!
Abandoning all scientific logic, the mass device is flung into space, where it splits into 3 components, scattering to distant locations across the globe. Once again, there's something very familiar about all this.
I just got a flash from headquarters. Cobra's weather control gizmo shot into orbit and came down in 3 pieces.
And it started a chain reaction of crazy weather all over the world!
And we've got to get those pieces back together, or the sun may never shine on Earth again.
With more sour grapes from Scarlet, our heroes are once again on the move.
The one thing Cobra's sensors can't pick up is wind power. All right, let's cast off.
What a smart dog.
The ocean of the sun, mates.
Millennium Falcon away!
Look! A sandstorm! Batten the hatches!
I don't know what that means, but I don't like the sound of it.
Get your sea legs under you, mates, and lash yourselves to the superstructure. Watch out!
Man overboard! Where are you?
With the arrival of an unexpected sandstorm, we are given the cliffhanger needed to end this episode. You know, I think Anakin Skywalker said it best when he said, "Padme, sand can literally go f*** itself." And with that, we come to the end of another episode of G.I. Joe. So please check back here tomorrow for the next episode, like, share, and subscribe, and hey, maybe I'll still be standing by the next episode. I got a lot more drinking and a little more editing to go tonight, so cheers.
In our next episode of G.I. Joe, Roadblock finds an unexpected friend.
I heard you, and when I see you, you better be friendly. Anybody tied up in a Cobra truck has got to be my kind of man.
Cobra truck, my hush puppies.
Spirit fights a dangerous enemy. Cobra forces attack Joe on the stormy seas surrounding the island of no return. And the battle rages on in the cursed confines of the ancient Palace of Doom. All in the next exciting episode of G.I. Joe, The Revenge of Cobra.